What is up, good people? Jungle Link here. Hope you're doing well. Haven't been making a lot of videos, just recovering from some cold from hell, but just about on the other side of things. But holy moly, got to make a video here today. Bitcoin raging. We're going to go over some of the stats from the day. Up to $55,900, up about 8.4% on the day. Ethereum having a nice run of it, up 3.7% on the day, 32.20. Solana up 6%. XRP, well, we're at 55.5 cents. That's kind of what XRP does. Cardano, ADA token up 6%, having a nice little run of it. Avalanche, nice recovery from that debacle. We're back up about 6% on the day. Polkadot, come on, keep going, Dot. Up 3% on the day, over $8. We continue on down the list of the top coins. We see Cosmos Atom. I'd like to get up over that $12 hump here. Up 10% on the day, though, looking good. All you jokers out there sleeping on Near, you are going to regret it. Up 10%, up over $4. What a good project Near is. Aptos, I don't like the coin, I don't like the blockchain, but it's got a good story. People like to invest in stories. Aptos up 6% on the day. I don't have any Aptos. My trusty optimism not doing much. Pretty flat on the day. I thought this was pretty interesting as we go down through the list here. Flare has overtaken Algorand, up over 5%. Algorand up 2.8% on the day. So pretty good out there today for cryptocurrencies. Green all around. Plenty of green to go around. But this is what I would tell you. I see a lot of people, all sorts of different narratives, just dunking on people. I told you, here we go. And hey, it looks strong. I don't know how we don't go straight to the moon, but it seems like every time I feel like that, something kind of gets in our way. We got a little cooking here to do. Let's watch this thing develop before we start celebrating too early, even though, man, this is looking good. Hopefully, Bitcoin continues. We see BlackRock spot Bitcoin ETF trades over 1 billion so far today, a new milestone. When we look at the stats here, BlackRock trading $1.3 billion. Huge volume. Grayscale, 843 million. Fidelity, seems like BlackRock's pulling away here. Fidelity at 587 million. It's no small amount of trading, that's for darn sure. This is encouraging. This is good. We are, past that FOMO, that initial, listing of ETFs. Volumes are just getting better. And I think over the long term, we know this is what's going to happen. I want to see really March develop. What do we look like in March? How does the financial markets look in March? And how do Bitcoin ETF volumes, how do they hold up? We will see as next month progresses. Coinbase stock, what a run. It's up almost 17% on the day, $193.94. Look what it's done in a year, up 228%. And I think somewhere along the line, we were down around $40 or something like that. Middle of a lawsuit, getting sued by the SEC. That don't affect Coinbase. Coinbase just performing. It's good to see. This is right in their wheelhouse of when we can expect Coinbase to do very well and rake in a lot of money. It's been a while since they've been profitable. They just posted their first profitable quarter in quite some time, and I'm sure they will continue to do so, up 46% on the month. Now we see the upcoming upgrade here for Ethereum. It's the Denkun upgrade, I believe. It's not enough to scale Ethereum long term, and that's kind of all of these solutions in blockchain. They're all works in progress. None of them are a finished product, probably never will be. That's kind of how software works, isn't it? Network capacity is a growing issue for Ethereum, and it's a problem that really anyone would love to have. They just have too many transactions, too much stuff going on. The Denkun upgrade may help, but the broader solution lies in multi-chain solutions. There's a funny story to this I can't share with you just yet, but we will discuss in the coming weeks here. A step in the right direction, but it is only a short-term patch where a sustainable long-term solution is needed. And again, this is kind of a stopgap here, right? It's going to get us past some tough times, but still, I think fees are going to be quite high. Great opportunity in this next bull run for other either complementary or competitive chains to step up here and do quite a bit. It's one of the reasons why I think Ethereum is going to do very well. But if you want to invest in the Ethereum ecosystem, I think when you look at the valuations of some of these layer 2s or even Matic, the side chain there, when you're going to look at their transaction volumes and value locked and all of that, I think they're quite undervalued. And beyond that, I think many of the competitive chains here, when you look at your Polkadots, your Cardanos, your Atoms, a few other out there, they're ready now to service some of these transactions, and I think they will do so. I think this is going to be huge in the upcoming bull run. Ethereum is just going to be overtaken by tons of transactions, and that's a great opportunity for other blockchains. Here's why Ripple Escrow unlocked 400 million XRP outside of their monthly schedule. Those of you that know, every month a billion XRP are unlocked, and for some reason, part of it wasn't unlocked. And my buddy here, Off Escrow, he unlocks a lot of these, and many times he puts a funny little message there in the escrow unlock. He noticed that all the coins weren't unlocked yet, so he went ahead and did this, and he put in the message, in the memo, what did he put? He put something about John Deaton. I think the very first one that he put up there, he put the revolution will be televised, or at least one of his first ones. So this guy's always releasing that escrow, and most people don't understand that it's not automated. It's not done by Ripple, the company, necessarily. Anyone can go ahead and do that transaction. And Off Escrow has been doing that for quite some time. Pretty cool mechanism if you understand that. Andrew says the following: XRP family, if you had to choose, what new implementation in the XRP ledger would you rather see, AMMs or hooks? Most of the community is going with AMMs. Hooks is very powerful. The question is, who's going to build? What apps are they going to make with it? And the good thing is we get to see that on the Zahao sidechain first. We get to see its capabilities, how it affects scaling. So it doesn't have to be one or the other, but I think it makes sense for AMMs to go now. They can have the bigger impact, but don't write off hooks. Richard is the designer of that, the architect, the chief architect of hooks, one of the smartest developers out there. And, I wouldn't count him out. This very well may be a really great solution, a stopgap between, full smart contracts on Ethereum and something that could work on the XRP ledger. And again, we're going to see that in practice. And it's good to see that conversation is sparked back up to possibly bring hooks to the main chain. If it's not going to hurt performance, if it's going to help builders do interesting things, I'm all for it. And there's no reason long-term we can't have both. But I agree right now, impact today, I think AMMs are bigger. Let me know down below what you think. Smart contracts, hooks, or AMMs. With what we have in the XRP ecosystem, what do you think is the best way to go? Bill Morgan, Attorney Bill here, telling us probably why we won't see a settlement in Ripple versus the SEC, and this is absolutely true. We see Kraken uses the findings of Judge Torres on programmatic sales and the summary judgment decision in its own motion to dismiss. Shows why the SEC was strongly motivated to appeal Judge Torres' decision. It is why a settlement of the SEC versus Ripple case seems so improbable at the moment. That was a very damaging ruling for everything the SEC really cares about that Ripple got, stating that the trade of these tokens on the secondary market is not a security offering. If that's the case, what are you messing with Coinbase for? What are you messing with Kraken? Unless you can prove that one of those tokens were inherently a security, this strips the SEC of all of their power. Now, the rule of the land today is XRP is not a security. But if the SEC is going to settle, if they're going to agree with that, it's a lot more powerful than if they appeal that and say, we don't agree with that. That court was wrong. Let's have another court look at this issue while we appeal this decision. Be very, very tough for them at this point in time. They could have done a settlement before that ruling came out. I thought they would. I did not think that Gary Gensler would be so stupid than to take this thing all the way. But you know what? That's exactly what he did. Also from my buddy Andrews here saying, would have been great to have an AMM enabled on the XRP ledger during the bull run. Would have been a great time to kickstart the AMMs since liquidity will be higher during this time. We're at great risk of missing this opportunity. The cost could be less adoption for XRP in the long term. This is what I would tell you, usually, and they're all different. Who knows how this one will play out, but bull runs, they don't happen in a day, a month, a couple months. It's a pretty long endeavor. If you remember, the last bull run was quite exhausting. Also, don't forget your opportunities. There are so many opportunities after Bitcoin passes all-time high. So if you're sitting on some more cash, you miss, buying all those great Flare tokens and buying all, everything else at all-time lows. That's okay. There's still a lot there. your biggest problem during bull runs a lot of times is having liquid money to invest. So everything will be all right. But I don't think we're going to miss anything. And it's more important to get this thing right, to make sure that AMMs are safe, that they don't mess, with the main net there. I understand Andrew's point, and I agree with him. Now is the time for the pedal to the metal to roll out features to increase adoption. You got to do it. This is when it happens. This is what was so damaging to XRP last time around because we missed out on this great growth phase. Yeah, the XRP token went up, was quite profitable for most of us. If you compared it to a stock, if you compared it to a piece of land, like, going from 25, 30 cents, sometimes we got even lower than that, 40 cents, like to go up to $1.80, sure, that's fine. But it wasn't true crypto growth like we're used to because we were hampered, didn't onboard a lot of new people. People weren't building. They weren't really excited about XRP. The whole focus was on that court case, and it harmed us in a big way. So we want to make sure we get everything we can out of this next bull run. And so I absolutely agree with them, even though I say we have time. We can't waste time, but if we spend it wisely, make sure we get stuff like this right, I think all will be well. Let me know what you think down below. And as always, please like, please subscribe. The revolution will be televised right here on Jungle Link.